Hello everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub, and I've got another beer review for you, and of course it is one of the Oktoberfest beers. Now this isn't any old Oktoberfest beer, this is a beer, or Oktoberfest beer, from a brewery that produced the world's first ever Oktoberfest beer. There we go, way back, was it in 1810 I think? Way back when. There we go. Spaten's links, they are old. Their links go back to 1397. They're a lot of, I mean, they're not seen much around. I mean, you only really see them around sort of Oktoberfest in a big way. And a lot of people actually credit their kind of existence today because of Oktoberfest. Nowadays, of course, they're more tied to Lowenbrau. But, hey, you can't argue, can you? I think they struggled. I think there was probably a period in the history where they struggled and they got tied into Lowenbrau, who were, at one point, one of the Germany, if not, well, Bavaria, if not Germany's biggest breweries. There we go. I don't know what to expect out of this beer, if I'm honest. I've got absolutely no clue. I presume it's a 5.9% beer. It's probably going to be something like a nice German light lager. Spaten do a fantastic Oktoberfest beer. I had it last year at Sir Toby's Beers in Norwich. Really cool little box shop, but they do Oktoberfest. And they serve some fantastic German beers. If you live in and around the area, get down to Oktoberfest. He's a lovely guy, as is his business partner Dom. And yeah, they do some really good stuff. I've got a rinsed out Schneider Weiss glass. Of course, I'm going to be using this glass for all of my Oktoberfest reviews. Let's get this beer open then. Boom, there we go. Right then, let's get it in. Nice smoky bottle opening. Aggressive pour. So, doing my Paul's beer reviews, bottle stand thing. Cheers, Paul. Yeah, what have we got? It's a really light lager, straw coloured, an intentional four-finger white foamy head. Carbonation's not telling us too much. But yeah, it just looks great, doesn't it? I mean, if you're talking German lagers, you're talking light, big head, medium carbonation. Let's get an aroma then. Big, deep, malty aroma up front. Maybe a light little touch of citrus at the back. Not a lot though. This is really, really malty, this. It just smells absolutely wonderful. I didn't say the ABV, did I? I think I did. 5.9%, 500ml bottle. It was about, by the time I bought it in the pack, it was about £3.50. All the Oktoberfest beers were. Yeah, that looks absolutely excellent. But yeah, here we go then. Let's get into it. Prost. Super sweet. Obviously it's the malt, because obviously all these beers are brewed to the purity law in Germany, so they can't add anything into them. But yeah, certainly the most sweet malty beer I've had so far. The sweetness kind of killed me. Let's go in again. That is lovely. The first thing that hits you is the sweetness. And once that settles down, you're left with this real bready, caramelly, almost tinging on, sort of slightly getting towards your dark bread, because that's kind of sweet, isn't it, and caramelly. Flavours. A little bit of dryness at the back, not too much. It's crisp. Oh my God, it's crisp. Yeah. This beer's probably... Oh, bit of earthy, sort of an earthy bitterness that I'm getting now. Okay, so this starts really sweet, like really sweet. It's think like sweet bread, bordering on caramel. Excuse me. And this beer doesn't do too much else. It's really crisp. It's really sweet. And then you get to the end. There's quite a dry bitterness at the back. Almost earthy. The mouthfeel is light. It's a really light beer. I've reviewed 3 of the beer, including this one, 3 of the beers now. This is the lightest of the lot, absolutely. In terms of flavour profile as well, it's not doing too much, but does a lager have to do too much? No, it doesn't. It's nice and sweet. People like the lagers sweet. If you're not a fan of sort of hopped lagers and you just like a nice sweet malty lager, this is absolutely for you. But it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I'm not talking it down. It's just not got the wow factor of maybe the Hofbrau that I had. It's not giving me much hop, sort of citrus, spicy pepperiness at all. It's just very sweet. It's very refreshing. I'll tell you what it is. I think there's other beers that I mentioned. I think they probably... they're a bit more up to the modern palate. I think if you are, and this is no disrespect to the beer at all, I'm not, but if you're more of a commercial lager drinker, so you're talking your Fosters, your Stella, your Carling, you are, maybe not Stella, it's a bit too hard, maybe Fosters, Carling, Carlsberg kind of crew, you're going to love this. And it's a lovely lager, and I'm not putting it in that bracket at all. I just think it's a very different beer to what I'd experienced, or what I've experienced up to now. It's way sweeter. There's not a lot of hoppiness here. There's no spiciness. It's just, I mean, look, I'm drinking it really fast because it is one of those beers. It's just one of those smashing beers. It's super light in the mouth. Good level of carbonation. I mean, look at it. Look at the quality. Look at the glass. It's an absolute brilliant. It's a brilliant beer. Yeah, is it my favourite Oktoberfest beer I've had so far? Not for me, if I'm honest, but I can absolutely see the quality. I just think it's a very different beer, and it's really good because I've actually reviewed 3 of the beers now. I've done the Hofbrau, like I said earlier, the Erdinger, the Weiss beer that isn't one of the big 6. I should say that. But this is one of the big 6. And as much as I'm not enjoying it, I know my personal tastes aren't necessarily the tastes of the common taste. Tasting it, I can absolutely see the quality in it, and I can absolutely see why it has stood the test of time from way back in, was it 1397, I think it was. I can see why it stood the test of time, and it will do another 700 odd years. Absolutely easy. Yeah, very different beer. Not a style I'd select, but equally I can absolutely see the quality. How am I going to rate it then? That is a 4 out of 5 for the Craft Beer Hub. I just think, yeah, it's just maybe not for me personally, but I can absolutely see the quality. And if you're just a regular run-of-the-mill lager drinker, I'd say run-of-the-mill. I don't mean that in a horrible way. I just think if you drink your sort of supermarket lagers, this is going to be for you, and you can get involved in your Oktoberfest beers as well. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, that'd be great. Have you had this beer, and do you agree with me? This is a big one. I've a bit of a turn on what I've been sort of saying so far on the Oktoberfest beers. Do you agree with me about that? Is this more suited to like your kind of Foster's, Carling, Carlsberg drinker if they want to get involved in Oktoberfest? I think it is. And if you could like and subscribe, that'd be amazing. I appreciate every single comment and every single like. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.